the Ultrona 180 watt EOS from Asmodus. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Benvic here, back with another review. Today we're looking at this. This is the Ultrona EOS, designed by Ultrona, but built, manufactured by Asmodus. It has the Asmodus board in here. It's an upgraded version, updated version of the Minikin V2 board in here. It's a touchscreen mod, TC, TCR, 180 watts in wattage mode, 120 watts in TC, one fire button, and then you've got your touchscreen like you did with the Minikin V2. Micro USB, it's a firmware upgradable mod, and it has stab wood panels in a range of colours. Check out all the different colours on their site, but yeah, available in a range of colours, and these are interchangeable panels. Look at that. So you can switch them out. Dual 18650. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very pretty. Let's just dive down low so I can give you a really nice look at this up close. Have a look at the stab doors that I got with mine, and then we'll come back up top for pros and cons of this device and a bit of a blether. Let's go down low. Okay guys, here we are down low with the Asmodus Ultrona EOS Hybrid Plus, powered by Asmodus. It's got the Asmodus board in. It's a collaboration with the Ultrona EOS guys as well. So there we go. Opening her up, very simple packaging. Comes with a nice sort of baggie, and a little booklet, but ultimately that's all you get. So moving all this to one side, here she is, this is it. So what we've got going on here is stab wood doors. We've got stab wood doors on here now, obviously available in a wide variety of colours and all that sort of stuff, so you know you'll have to make your own judgment on those, but this is what my one looks like. Lovely little stabilised panels, and they are panels, so basically what's going on here is you can get your thumb underneath, and one side you can do the batteries, but on the other side it's purely so you can switch it. So you can put your own, you can get different doors to switch out for this, and they fit on really snug and neatly actually. Back on this side, as you can see, dual 18650 in series 180 watt mod. It has the same or very, very similar updated version of the Minikin V2 board. So what you've got is your micro USB there. This is a firmware upgradable board. You've then got your fire button here, and it is a touch screen device, and that's why there are no other buttons on here. Little look underneath, a little bit of venting, a little bit of writing, and you've got your 510 here as well. So a 24mm ATI. It's a spring-loaded 510, 24mm ATI, such as the Zenith. Fits on nice and neat. No overhang there. You would have overhang with a 25, but a 24 fitting very nice. 25 maybe. Really, really close up against it, but it's clearly very nice looking with a 24 on. So there we go. So looking at the thing, spring-loaded 510, nice and flush, 24mm fitting on there. 5 clicks on, you've got the Asmodus symbol, is an Asmodus board, and what you've got here is your screen, and again very similar to the Minikin screen here. So we've got our ohms, our voltage, our battery life, our wattage, puff count, puff timer, power mode, all that stuff. That little N is very important there. What that means is you're in normal mode, not in soft, not in hard, you're in normal mode. When I first got this, it had a little S there, and it took me a while to realise that I was actually vaping in soft mode. And I thought it was underpowered, this thing, but no, as it came it was in soft. So yeah, do pay attention to that little symbol there. So just like the Minikin V2, you have to swipe down and touch the screen to operate, so you can change your wattage here, all that sort of stuff. You can see it's pretty responsive, pretty good. The Minikin V2 was a very well-liked mod, one of the best mods around at the time, very, very popular indeed, and reason for that was it's pretty resilient, pretty responsive. You've got TCI, you've got temp, you've got power, you've got curve, all that sort of stuff, soft, normal, hard mode, all that sort of stuff. So really good, and that is how you do it, guys. You touch the screen to operate it, to change these things, and very effective indeed compared to most touchscreens. So that is how you operate it. Looking around at this stab wood door, I mean, each to their own. I like the way they've done this, because doing it in these panels means that you can do an unlimited amount of different stab panels, and people can purchase the ones that they like. I like that. Obviously, you've still got your black outer frame, but I like it. I like that. I like the look of this, and I like the fact that those are going to be available and customizable. I think it's cool. You've got your little Ultrona symbol there on the side. That's sort of like it's a metal tag right in the middle of that bit of stab. So, and that's on the battery side. But there we go. Nice clicky fire button. Works very well, very easy to find. Nice feel and responsiveness to it. That's the Ultrona, guys. Let's go up top and talk about it some more. Okay, guys, that was the Ultrona EOS. Down low, a very pretty mod with these stab panels. I think you'll agree. Not your run-of-the-mill 200-watt device. I know it's 180-watt, but it's in that same bracket as all the 200-watt mods. Not your run-of-the-mill device. This one, you know, is a bit prettier and customizable. You know, you can get hold of, I'm sure, additional panels, different panels. You could get a mod maker to make you additional panels for this. They're exact size, you know, made to measure, so you can just drop your own in here. Really cool, these panels. It's got that sort of old style box feel, but with these doors I think it's a nice touch. It does help the design that there isn't a load of buttons on here as well. You've just got your fire button because you've got that touch screen. A couple of negatives to get out of the way. They're not majorly negative things, just things to slightly be aware of. So this board, very good board. You know, anyone that's had a go on or owned a Minikin V2 will attest to the fact that this is a very good chipset. But it does not go below 0.1 ohms. It can't fire below 0.1 ohms. That should be fine for the vast majority of people, but if people are doing these crazy alien builds and stuff now, I know a lot of regulated mods can go a touch lower than 0.1. This one can't, just be aware of that. Another thing to be aware of, 24mm is kind of your maximum on top. So if you're one of these people that use humongous atomizers, it won't go flush on here. It looks like 24, 25 at a push is your limit on top. And lastly, there's a tiny bit of play on these doors. It's to be expected, guys, it really is. It's to be expected. The last thing to be aware of, totally depends on your personal preferences. It is touchscreen. You know, it's a touchscreen mod, just like the Minikin V2 was. So it's got all your swipe and click going on here. Again, as most people will recognise this chipset, this screen, the touchscreen element is pretty solid on here. Pretty good indeed. I can't really fault it. If it doesn't work first time, it'll always work second time, you know. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. But I know some people don't like touch screens, so that's the thing. Beyond that, I've got to say I really like this mod. It seems to put out the power it's supposed to. It's got these really pretty doors. It's really solid. I love that it's dual 18650 in series. I love how easy these panels are to operate. You can easily get into them and out of them to change your batteries, mess around with all that stuff. I like that it's firmware upgradable, so if any problems become apparent or they want to upgrade anything in the future, then they can. A rock solid mod. Really nice indeed. Asmodus tend to have superb build quality, and this is no exception. There's no rattle or wobble or kinks or anything like that. This is a solid device, and for a stab wood panel device as well, feels really sturdy. Really sturdy. Doesn't feel like you can do much damage to this. Really solid indeed. Screen is bright enough, it's informative enough, it has all those options, it has normal mode, hard mode, soft mode, all those things, TC, TCR, all that good stuff. It has all that if you want it. Me, I'm just a straight wattage guy, usually in normal mode as well, and that's just how I like to rock it. One thing to bear in mind that I experienced with this is when it came brand new out of the box, it was in soft mode, and for a while I was like, this thing doesn't seem to be hitting right at all. And then I noticed it's the tiny little S next to the wattage, so do be aware that yours may come in soft mode, so flick that to normal if you're not happy with soft mode. It threw me off for just a little bit. Battery life, very, very good on this mod. I don't know what it is about this board and about this Asmodus's board, this GTX chipset. They seem really good on battery life. The Minikin V2 was the same, like shockingly good battery life, and this is the same. It just seems to go on, and I'm putting some power through it with this Milo V4 on top. Quite a nice sort of match, grab and go, still looking good type setup. Really happy with this combination. I've also had, mouth to lung devices on here. It's a very versatile mod in that respect. I'm liking this. It's a nice size, a nice weight, it's a nice feel. It's really well made. It's a chipset. It's a board that we're already comfortable with, already familiar with, and that we know is tried and tested and good. The Minikin V2 must be a year old at this point. Really good. Credit to Asmodus. They very rarely get it wrong. They very rarely get it wrong. A very good company, making very good stuff. It's always eye-catching, always very good. It's not the cheapest mod in the world. Do shop around. But if you're wanting this kind of quality, there is a price to pay. I think it's really good. It's a big thumbs up from me. I'm really enjoying using it. It's sort of like back to basics in form factor. But I sort of love that. And then it's got the modernisation of the stab wood and touchscreen. It's a really nice mashup mod, in my opinion. I really like it. That's the truth. I've been Vaping Vic, and I will see you again soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Ta-da.